Diabolic with me, and we are into the loser bracket, the game one of the lower bracket. So this is the game one between XG and which team?
Bad Excuse and
Bad
Surekh Gaming.
Excuse and Surekh Gaming. So this is Diabolic with me, and I'm Zach, and we are just waiting for the game to start.
So guys, we have sponsors BenQ, Gigabyte, Dragon War and Raid Force. They are amazing products offered by these companies. So please keep tuning in the channel, and maybe we will be offering some giveaways for you. We want an immense response from you guys to enhance the esports community, and the Surekh Cup will be offering 1,50,000 prize pool.
That's really awesome. So we are into the draft part right now, and we are a bit late. So Bad Excuse already started with their draft. The first ban is Earthshaker, and Surekh Gaming have taken out the Storm Spirit, probably shutting down any kind of aggressive gameplay that Bad Excuse might put in. What do you think about the Earthshaker ban here?
Yes, he's a very good initiator. So I think that banning Earthshaker was crucial for them. Maybe they consider him a threat, as to he can just farm a Blink Dagger easily by even jungling. He can just use Eco Slam on the hard camps and farm Blink Dagger easily, and also he can be a one level roamer also. So yes, it was crucial.
Exactly. So the thing is, Earthshaker has to be taken out.
Talk loud.
Allah, जोर से बोले.
Voice is less.
So exactly why they have taken out Earthshaker, because he's going to be there in the gangs, as Diabolic said, and the Blink Dagger is also going to be easy on this Earthshaker. So they have taken out the main stun man for team Surekh Gaming, as they would pick. Anyway, Earthshaker could have been picked by both teams, so that was a valid ban. Just take the Earthshaker from the table, and now there's a Winter Wyvern ban. That's a very good ban as well, since this hero has been picked a lot and could be a make or break in team fights. If you look at the Winter's Curse from the ultimate that he uses, it could be a make or break, and that's a very good setup for an AoE stun. So still waiting for Surekh Gaming ban. There's a Leshrac 6.84 meta. Leshrac has been taken out. Pretty standard bans coming in. Other than the Storm Spirit, I think both the teams are following Q, and these bans are what they think are the most powerful right now, the heroes, and they should be taken out for any kind of strategies to work through. What do you think right now? What strategies are both of these teams planning? It's very early to say, but still, what are your guesses?
Yeah, but yes, I think Surekh Gaming has banned. I mean, it's what an obvious ban. I mean, the Storm Spirit being so versatile and mobile hero, he can just gank so easily by fetching runes out after every 2 minutes. So yes, banning Storm Spirit was also crucial, and obviously I can't say about the strategies. I mean, being by both the teams, yes, it's a bit early. And yes, Bad Excuse has picked Bounty Hunter as first pick, and I'm expecting Bad Excuse to kill the courier at 1 minute. I mean, 1 minute mark. I mean, he will be a menace for the mid hero of Surekh Gaming. He'll be like killing courier between T2 and T3, and he'll be like planting bots between these two towers. So it's will be very interesting to watch Bounty Hunter in this game.
Exactly. The thing is, he could be a very good roamer as well into the mid game, and a potential ganker. So that's something the Radiant will have to watch out. A few good sentry wards, however, could stop this thing from happening. But overall, a very good pick. Bounty Hunter could transition into a support if needed. So can't really say a lot about that. He is a decent offlaner, not in this meta though, but we have seen a lot of decent Bounty Hunter offlanes. Probably he's not going to stay in his lane much, roam around a bit, get those few levels in, and then abuse the 4-second track cooldown a lot, because that's going to give them a lot of gold. Probably looking at fast Aghanims from Lina if she's a middle hero. So right now the draft, as I was saying, is that it's so versatile. You cannot really determine at what position these heroes are going to go, because Lina could be a mid hero, she could be a support as well. So they have put SG in a dilemma right now, because the nature of these heroes are yet to be determined. The Radiant have taken a Gyrocopter. It's a very dominant carry on 6.84, and very good AoE presence, as well as early game as well as late game presence from the Gyrocopter. Speaking about the Queen of Pain, both of these heroes giving a lot of AoE damage, and Queen of Pain could be offlane as well as mid. So both these heroes, in fact, very hard to determine what their strategy could be right now.
Gyrocopter was the first pick of Surekh Gaming. I mean, picking carry as a first pick. What do you think? I mean, Gyrocopter as a first pick. Don't you think that he will be having counters from bad excuse?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The risk about picking course as first is that you leave your cards open. People are ready to predict, even though they don't know your strategy. They can obviously take counters of your hero. Gyrocopter, for instance, early game can be nuked down very easily. By heroes like Lina, he can be nuked down very easily.
Yeah.
So not an. Not
I'm
an issue for
expecting
that.
Surekh Gaming to go hard tri-lane with Gyrocopter and along with two supports. Like they can pick one good stunner, a point stunner like Ogre Magi, and with Gyrocopter they can go for a hard lane and make the hard lane very difficult for their tri-lane like bad
We're
excuse.
talking about an aggressive.
Yes,
game, isn't it?
aggressive tri-lane, yes. And plus QOP as a second pick, I think they are too confident that their counters won't be picked by bad excuse. So let's see if their confidence is leveled or if their confidence is leveled up or not. And plus now Surekh Gaming has banned Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker, well, yes, I don't think it's like much of a threat in this meta. I mean, he's nerfed in this new meta. But yes, he can go for a squishy. He can take squishy heroes so easily.
Basically, what Surekh Gaming is doing, if you have seen, they have banned all kind of aggressive picks that
Yeah.
could be coming in from bad excuse. They've taken care of the Spawn Spirit, the Leshrac, Spirit Breaker, as well as the Brood Mother. We could see insane pushes from the Brood Mother, and could be a distraction that could be set up by the Dire team. I mean, they could have Bounty Hunter and Lina ganking one lane while Brood Mother is given a lot of space to farm as well as push the lanes. So they have taken care of that. And Gyrocopter and Queen of Pain, both of them can be easily taken down if you have that Orchard on that Brood Mother. As well as the Spiderlings are a lot of nuisance. Even though these people have a lot of AoE, if you look, the Queen of Pain and the Gyrocopter have a lot of AoE, the Brood Mother still has been banned. So they don't want an aggressive hero in the
Yeah.
opposite team.
But
I guess.
Magnus pick would be too exciting to watch. A Magnus reverse polarity plus Sonic Wave plus
Exactly.
fall down. Yes, so a Magnus can be an offlaner by Surekh Gaming. if
Could be
we
a
are-
mid lane as
yes.
well. You can have a Queen of Pain offlaner.
Yeah, right. Okay, Lion as a support, yes, as I expected that they picked a good disabler plus a good point stunner. He can just go over Gyrocopter in the aggressive try, plus he can roam at level 1 only and help gank QOP at mid. Yeah.
So Lion is a very good support pick. He could bring out the hexes as well as the stuns, as Diabolic said. We're looking at a very aggressive gameplay from Surekh Gaming. Irony that they've banned all the aggressive heroes themselves, since Queen of Pain is not a passive farmer. And definitely when you pick Lion, you are making it clear that you're going to have a lot of ganks coming in from the Lion. Could be a good support hero, babysitting your carry by harassing the enemy with mana drain as well as the earth spikes, which have a comparatively low cooldown, and the mana cost could be easily recovered by a third skill. So Lion is a very interesting pick. Now a Clockwork has been taken by the Dire team, and
As
I'm
a
pretty sure
offlaner.
Fire offlane pick.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this way, when you say about this as the offlane word coming from both our mouths, when you pick heroes like Clockwork, you are pretty much telling people that this is going to be an offlane, and there's no other lane that you could send Clockwork practically to.
Yeah.
So I think Bad Excuse have their strat forming right now. We are looking at a good, decent draft, and they're going to go on a bit on the aggressive side, since all three of them are going to be primarily earning gold by their ganking capability.
But still, Gyrocopter, it's like way far. I mean, way above the draft right now picked by Bad Excuse. I mean, they're too squishy. If you see the Bounty Hunter, Lina, they're too squishy, and Gyrocopter with his only rocket barrage and call down can kill them very easily. If he gets if he gets like too much level and too much farm in his lane. So yes, it would be a menace, and I was like expecting Dazzle too, and this Dazzle and Lion are picked by Surekh Gaming now. They will be like two supports with Gyrocopter. We are now expecting a next pick from Bad Excuse. What do you think a carry should be picked by Bad Excuse? What carry should be picked?
I think they need a carry like probably
game.
they're looking for
Late
a
game.
late game. Yeah, I'm thinking about Juggernaut, but since you have a Dazzle now, they're gonna look for something that's gonna really carry on well later. So the Dazzle, Shallow Graves are going to be nullified. That's the pick they're going for. Probably they've gotten this Dazzle for the Gyrocopter because he's going to get ganked a lot. If you are speaking about this, the Clockwork would very well make a Blade Mail, and then the Rocket Barrage would be acting on the Gyrocopter as well. So Ember Spirit has been picked.
Okay.
This could be a mid lane Ember Spirit, could be a hard carry, but that's very rare of cases. So we are looking at a mid Ember Spirit probably. And Lina's going to be support. I'm not really sure at this point, but that's all.
I'm uncertain of the picks by Bad Excuse. Plus, you have also noticed that Surekh Gaming has picked 4 range heroes, and yes, they need one. I mean, only Bad Excuse has only one range hero right now. So I think Bad Excuse should also, the fifth pick should also be a range hero.
Okay, so they can balance out their.
Yes, so as to disable Surekh Gaming at a distance, because they're they're too powerful. If you see the draft by both the teams, obviously one would say that Surekh Gaming has a much more powerful draft right now.
Exactly.
Yes.
So Surekh Gaming they have a kind of a surefire draft. There is no, you don't really need a lot of coordination to get these things off. There's not something called as AOE stun. If you get one hex, that's quite enough for Queen of Pain to initiate with the ultimate and take down an easy kill. Dazzle, however, depends. He's going to make sure that his team lives with that ultimate. Yeah, that ultimate is probably going to come on his own team, because Gyrocopter as well as Queen of Pain have attacks early game that have nothing to do with armor. So he's going to use that ultimate on his own team. Later into the game, it could be quite a different story. Since Gyrocopter gets fat, he could be dealing a lot of right click damage with that flak cannon. So Surekh Gaming have it all planned in their mind. They have not really used. They have used a lot of time, in fact, to plan out their picks and drafts. Dire team have 54. Bad Excuse have 54 seconds in their hand to plan their last pick, which is probably going to be the setter for the not offlaner. I think Bad Excuse has a clockwork in their team.
Yeah, sorry, I was like talking of Surekh Gaming.
You got confused.
So yeah. Okay, so Surekh Gaming is waiting for an offlaner. They're thinking to pick an offlaner, and guys, Bad Excuse and Surekh Gaming emerged from the lower bracket of the previous rounds. So yes, Bad Excuse and Surekh Gaming both are very nice teams. They have come to the Delhi to participate in the finals. For the top 4 teams are here, including Neckbreak, Ilions, Bad Excuse and Surekh Gaming. And the game is about to commence after the 5th pick by Bad Excuse, and Surekh Gaming have picked Templar Assassin. Well, I think now QB would be doing offlaner with Templar Assassin as a mid hero.
Exactly. To Queen of Pain is probably going to be offlane. Yeah. So that's not an issue, and with that they have secured their mid lane. Now it's pretty sure what the draft is going to be, and finally a Bane has been picked by Bad Excuse.
This is so complicated.
So we commence with I think the first match of our LAN finals, and in the commentary box with you today is Zach and Diabolic. It's Bad Excuse versus Surekh Gaming. We have gotten past the draft stage, and we are still waiting for the game to commence. So, what do you think? Which draft currently is quite overpowered?
Yes, Surekh Gaming, of course. They have Gyrocopter, and Gyrocopter is too overpowered in this meta.
Okay, I fogged both the teams right. So you're having some problems with it. I think I fogged both teams by accident. Right now, if you see, Bad Excuse is extending in the bottom lane. They are probably looking for a first blood just outside the Roshan pit on the higher end. And there's a bounty hunter going invisible. He'll be scouting for Bad Excuse, and I think Queen of Pain has not yet upped her skill, so she has a scope for getting that blink in early if she gets ganked, and she is in a bit of a trouble here. A well executed gank could mean the death of her. We have yet to see the skills coming in from all these players, so can't really make sure whether what they're going to do. And in a really aggressive position, bounty hunter, and we have experienced a pause.
Yes, break a leg both the teams. The game has commenced, and we can expect a gank at the top, the bot area. QP is like planning to fetch this rune. She is not aware that the whole Bad Excuse team has gathered to pick one hero if they are lucky enough to get one. And plus we can see the Surekh Gaming, the 4 heroes are at top, plus they are planning to give Templar Assassin the rune. She has got one sentry ward obviously to plant at the mid hero, at the mid, because bounty hunter would be harassing her in between. Vilena, okay, she has 2 share tangos, so yes, we can expect her to go at mid. While Clock has 1 mango and 8 tangos for himself. Well, he can just farm by his rocket flare, so I don't think that there was a need. But okay, let's go. The game has resumed. Over to you, Zach.
So
the game is again paused. We apologize.
They have issues with their PC. I think this is the first match, so they are probably adjusting. And still waiting for 13 seconds till the rune comes up. Roshan is there smuggling in his pet.
So
like
Clockwork has one observer ward with himself, so I think he would be planting it at the jungle area to see whoever happens to gank him.
He's gonna be the. I think. Wait, I'm a bit confused. I think this one's gonna be the hard lane for Dia, if
Yes.
I'm not mistaken. So he's gonna. If he places it right over here, I think he gets the risk. He runs the risk of losing it to a sentry ward. So he's probably gonna carry with him himself. And I'm looking. Ideal location could be this right here.
Yeah.
Probably this place as well, and not in very rare cases we could look at a ward right here. So this is not a very ideal vision ward because you miss out the players that are coming in right from this place, the mid heroes that are ganking you when they are smoked. So anyways, observer doesn't give, there's a disconnection, probably having some issues. So this ward could be pretty much the all that clockwork hangs on to early into the game. You don't want a bounty hunter coming. No, I'm sorry about that. You don't want a Templar assassin walking right into you before
Yeah.
you have any decent items.
Plus, unexpected two supports will be more aggressive try at top.
Yeah, those of course are going to be aggressive at top.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a bit of trouble for them. And even though SG has a very good draft, these heroes just look attractive. You don't need huge plays to bring off the combos even. They have heroes that are quite reliable on the relaxed part. You can cast the Queen of Pain ult and you can miss it by inches, but you don't need that much of a skill to actually pull it off. Whereas things like Enigma Black Hole, you really need to have a lot of
They're
coordination.
only too squishy. I mean, bad Xcuse lineup, they're too squishy.
Exactly.
Plus,
They have,
Surekh Gaming has got one healer to heal if they happen to get too much. If the HP happens to get too low, yes, but they have Dazzle too. Plus, they're a nice disabler. And Ember Spirit is a hard carry of bad Xcuse. If Lion happens to just disable him for once, then he will die in a split second. So it's like too risky. But we can expect bad Xcuse and Surekh Gaming have come so far in the LAN finals. So both the teams are very good. We will just have to watch the strategies played by both the teams. Draft matters, the 40%, 60% will depend on your gameplay. Let's see how both the teams will play. And we'll see Bounty Hunter is at top. He will like just taking levels and voiding. He's a support.
His extend, I think, is going deep. He was looking for a kill probably. They have a clockwork, so not really
With
on the
only
bright
bombs.
side their kills. Yeah. Early game, I think Gyrocopter could be picked off easily without a blacking bar. So speaking about a gank lineup, BX is looking quite strong on it. You have a Bane who's going to make sure the enemy stays there while Lina casts her abilities. Even without the Yules, you can have a decent Nightmare that's been put up. I don't know, that's Nightmare. Yeah, Nightmare been put up by the Bane to make sure Lina lands all her skills, and she's going to be the mid hero for that. So Ember is going to be, in the very rarest of cases, a safe lane. I think it's a dual lane for both of them. Bounty Hunter is going to be roving probably, and they don't need a lot of it for them. Even though Queen of Pain has her first skill, you have Ember Spirit. He's got his Flame Guard up, so he's going to be blocking all that magic damage that's going to come up from her. So he's expecting smooth farm in his lane. You have Bane to put out those occasional brain saps that's going to make sure the Queen of Pain retreats to a
Yeah.
safe distance. Exactly. It's just driving her away, and they're going to trade some hits. But Ember Spirit is the one who's going to be profited by that. He's going to get a lot of blast hits.
This bad Xcuse also knew that Gyrocopter won't let him farm, so he also came at the aggressive lane. Plus, I think Dazzle would be stacking the camps for Temple Assassin, so she can just rush to Blink Dagger.
There's some activity here. I think Bounty Hunter is not going to engage. He has backup, but not in a very suitable position. Could have been a kill, but Lina wasn't present, so it's all right. No harm done. Both the teams are playing safe, of course. Even though they have good experience, it's always the first game. You have to break the ice before. So we are looking at 17 last hits from the Gyrocopter, is leading right now in 2 minutes. It's very good. And followed by Ember Spirit, he has 15. And then the Lina, both the mids, of course. Templar is struggling a bit on that with the 12 last hits. And there's pinging from the Lion.
Bounty Hunter is at mid. I think he's planning to kill a courier now.
Yeah, he's going to courier snipe, yeah. Look at this block they have
Yeah.
done to prevent the camp from stacking, but no is not. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain is in trouble here. There's a Flame Guard coming in, and she will blink out to safety. She's not going to be in trouble here. And that was just, she escaped by the, I'd say the skin of her teeth, because she was almost dead there, and one more last hit and she would have been dead. So she blinked out right on time. Very good first blood prevented, and there's instant TPs from the Dazzle as well as the Lion coming to the aid of their teammate. The Bounty Hunter here. This ward has been planted, I think. by the bounty hunter. They're making sure the jungle is theirs to control. There's there's no kind of stack for the gyrocopter or the Queen of Pain, since both of them heavily rely on the stacks. So they are controlling this jungle. So if there is even the slightest hint of stacking, bounty hunter is gonna rush over there. He's gonna take care of those stacks, or the hero, whoever is stacking first. He's not really that much interested into the experience or the gold. He's just roaming around, using his Janada slow to his. He's gonna attack the Dazzle right now, and that's gonna deal a lot of damage. Ember Spirit behind him following, but he's just level 3. He's not gonna.
He will survive.
He will survive easily. I think he has a grave as well.
So what do you think about the late game? If this game happens to go in the late game, what would you expect? Gyrocopter would be fatter or Ember Spirit?
See, if you're talking about 30-35 minutes plus, I'm probably routing for SG here, because even though there's an Ember Spirit out there, there's only so much you can do with one hits, and unless you have a Divine Rapier and a Daedalus combined with a Battle Fury, that is the only way when Ember really starts dealing good damage. So
plus they have Templar Assassin, she can just with Desolator, BKB.
She has a refraction, so Ember Spirit is not something to worry about, although the Flame Guard could be an issue. But they're going to just pretty much nuke off Ember early into the game. You could have Lion hex him, and then one Melt Strike from QOP, probably a follow through from the Gyrocopter, and Ember Spirit is dead. We are expecting this game to end really early, because even though SG do have a good late game lineup, they don't want to drag this a bit too much, because if their strategy fails, then Clockwork is going to get fat, and eventually Lina will make an Aghanim Scepter, and then that's going to be trouble for you.
Because Ember Spirit, obviously Ember Spirit is a good player. I mean, as a player, Ember Spirit can just disable him by his by shackling them. And so yes, they can be a little trouble for them too. If he happens to go for Battle Fury, Daedalus, then he will be a menace for Surekh Gaming.
So we have Blizzard on the street. Meanwhile, there's action, and Dazzle is in trouble. There's a first blood from Bane, and I think Brain Sap was used over there. And they are going for the Queen of Pain, but she has a blink, and she'll blink out to safety. We just experienced a first blood, and Dazzle falls. First blood is drawn by BX. We have a shot on the Bane.
So yes guys, keep tuning in this channel. If we happen to cross 100 plus spectators in this game, 2 fortunate viewers will be getting random drops. So please guys, invite others, make others some aware of this game, Rage Quit Cup.
Exactly, do it for the drops.
Yeah, at least do it for.
So we are looking at a very fast pick off, and Bounty Hunter was taken out by the Gyrocopter. Beautiful execution.
There's actually Sentry Ward placed here already by Lion. He just wants Gyrocopter to farm freely, and guys, you know that backlash. Okay, and Xcuse is playing Gyrocopter. So, but and he's the carry of Surekh Gaming. His best hero is Anti-Mage, and yes, he's playing Gyrocopter with the stats 8-1 in this whole season. So
that's really huge. We are expecting a huge plays from both the teams here, and this ward's still preventing any kind of activity coming in from the Radiant team. There's no, they're not even planning to do it, so you couldn't say a ward wasted though. There's a slow on the Lina, and beautiful side blades being used by the Templar. I think Swifty is gonna chase me. No, he isn't. Precautions being taken by Lina. Gonna use that stun. It's gonna be in vain, but still, prevention is better than cure. So last hits is 43 last hits on the Gyrocopter. Is getting all the farm he needs right now. He is sitting on his power turrets in 7 minutes. Has a Wraith Band. Is probably gonna make his Aquila. It's all ready. So he has a salve. So he's gonna get ganked. He's gonna regen and sit in the lane smugly. We have Templar Assassin, who's made a considerable comeback into the last hits, and now she's extending on the Lina, who will live through this. She has a
Lina is having a very tough time against Templar Assassin. It's very obvious because her Templar Assassin's refraction makes her. Oh, we got a kill. Yeah, and the game is paused. Yes.
I think they were tapped, and that's why they got it. Because I was really looking bottom, but there was not much activity, and suddenly he died. So Queen of Pain has fallen, and we missed the skill. Sorry about that. What do you think? Is Bounty Hunter a very good pick at this point?
Well, I personally don't prefer Bounty Hunter as a support. But yes, if you're picking Bounty Hunter in the professional arena, then yes, he's used for killing couriers at the mid hero, so that just mid hero don't get the bottle at the right time. So yes, Bounty Hunter should have had killed the courier at this point of time.
Meanwhile, Lina is in trouble, and Archmage is gonna fall to the Templar.
Yes, Lion was like roaming. He was expecting to go to mid.
There's a teleport from Bane, but it's gonna be in vain. For all we know, he doesn't even have much mana, and if they would have turned back, they could have got the Bane kill as well. He doesn't have charges in Bond as well. Probably gonna secure this double damage runes. 50 on the Templar Assassin today, and he has 43 last hits with 6 denies. At first, he was struggling with the last hits part. Of course, there's a Lina you don't expect to get last hits. She's always gonna be pushing the lane. So, but right now he's got a bit strong since that refraction charges has started acting up, and all her skills are gonna be in vain right now, because I think per nuke you just waste one refraction charge. So it's quite valuable, this hero at this point in the game. We'll switch over to the current gold, and I think Queen of Pain is storing. She has a 645 gold. Probably make her treads, and I don't know. She'll go for her treads. And what is the next item that she should be going for at this point? Probably an Orchid Malevolence for the Lina.
Yes.
Or the Bounty Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they will die so easily. I mean, one Sonic Wave, they can be killed very easily because obviously they are lacking level 2, and plus QOP is getting a much free farm and experience in a lane.
Also, it could seem pubbish, but a good pick would be Aghanim Scepter, because you deal that much more of AoE damage from your ultimate, and also you can spam it a lot often. So team fights are gonna be bread and butter for them if they get that Aghanim Scepter in early. So it's all situational right now. If BX really goes into team fights, then Aghanim Scepter could be a good pickup from the Queen of Pain early.
Yeah.
But if they are looking gank oriented solo ganks, so meanwhile there's another ward from the Bounty Hunter which has been apparently seen by Lion, who's heavily pinged it, and there's gonna be a very quick D-ward from the Dazzle. He doesn't have.
Do you think it was important for Bounty Hunter to place what are the top T2 and T3 towers? Was it so important for
this? I think this is I can't really comment on that, because this is a very aggressive ward.
Yeah,
all these wards right now.
Mid ward is actually important to see whoever is coming to gank.
This
Lina
part,
mid.
if you're this part. So this cliff you're saying. So they could this is a location, because generally people ward this place or probably the cliff right here, and that gets rewarded. So this ward is quite reasonable.
Yeah, it's
this
reasonable.
however is a ward that's used for aggression or pushing, and
But
BX are doing
actually the
neither
game
of
is
that.
not being pushed.
Exactly, they don't have any scope to push except the Lina. There's no one right now who could have good pushes. So this ward is really questionable. And speaking of aggression right now, BX seem to be doing none. The Bounty Hunter is really looking for good
He's aggressive
advancements.
body. He's too aggressive
There's
body.
another ward right here.
Okay, this one is still valid. I mean, they are now planning to push the bot tower, and they want to see whoever comes at bot tower
So
to
I
defend.
think they have switched to pushing here.
Yeah.
So we could see TPs from the Templar as well as the Gyrocopter if that push really goes through, and then we could see a huge team fight, which is going to be really interesting
I
to
want
watch.
to see the farm of Ember Spirit. Has he completed?
I
is
think
the
he has
status of Battle
something in his
Fury?
career. He has his bracer in the
Bracer.
career. He needs
Making
it.
Drum of Endurance and then Battle Fury.
Okay, he's gonna make his drums and a Battle Fury. So that's a very good pickup, considering the aura that your team gets, the bonus attack speed as well as the move speed, make or break in escape situations as well as for initiations.
So Clockwork's net worth is ahead of Ember Spirit.
This one's
See,
not
this is
good.
a
Okay,
Who
Queen of
got
Pain is gonna get
Clockwork?
parked. That's a beautiful Fiend's Grip, and Queen of Pain is just gonna melt to the Clockwork as well as the Bane, and she never saw it coming. There was no chance that she could blink out of there, and this ward is the hero of the day.
yes,
I
it
think.
was very valid. It was very crucial.
So this ward made sure that Queen of Pain did not live through that. She was very safe back almost halfway to tier 2, and making sure that the lanes not getting pushed extra or punishing someone is extending a bit too much. But there were no TPs, so she was quite alone there, and this ward made sure that she paid the price. The Bounty Hunter, that he's going very deep into enemy territory. I think don't you think there should be something to stop his advance there? There's a haste drone on the Lina.
Actually, they can't do anything. I mean, how can they buy sentry bots and play? And they can just wasting. They will be wasting sentry bots if they don't know
So
where's the bounty hunter.
this at this point, you should pick up the Pubbish item, Dust of Appearance. It may sound very pubbish, and almost no one picks it, but it's a very valid item to pick. If the Bounty Hunter manages to get off a Jinada on you, you can't go placing sentry wards at random. You just want to pop that dust and make sure he dies. Especially if he's so low in the levels. If you see, he's level 4. It's not that much. 12 minutes into the game, the mid is level 9. So comparatively, he should be at least 6 if he's not roaming. That is, but since he was roaming, we have to give it to him. Level 4 is quite decent enough, and he's warding as well. We just this game is passive.
So what is the status of the farm of Templar Assassin?
Oh,
I mean, she'll be going for she's
Desolate rushing, and meanwhile there's a beautiful hook shot from the Clockwork. She's instantly melted. There's a dust that's popped on her, and has a Laguna as well. Lina Archmage will finish off the Templar Assassin without much ado, and and that dragon slave made sure that she fell to her wounds.
I think she's going for BKB. I don't think she's going for Blink, maybe Desolator, but I think she's going for BKB, Rhythm Plus Assassin.
Could be, because there's a lot of magical damage. There's a Bane.
But I think the Blink Dagger would be much preferable, because as to they have already, I mean, one disabler as
The thing is, if you're making a Blink Dagger, you have to make sure that
your supports are cooperating with you
and
and disabling them.
and your refraction charges should last long if you have even 3 seconds on CD on the Blink. But they have a lot. They have a track on the Bounty Hunter. So if you're gonna blink out, you're just gonna get chased down. Probably the Ember uses ultimate. If Lina makes a Yules, you're gonna get Yuled away. Or probably the Clockwork will get a hook shot on you. So I think Templar saw it valid to make probably a BKB.
Yeah. Okay, this is
might be a Desolator. Can't really bet on
massive
it.
stack done by Dazzle for Templar Assassin. He has tagged the hard cam. You can see the Templar Assassin is farming freely in the jungle plus, and Gyrocopter is very afraid to farm at the bot lane. He just got free farm at the top, and he just teleported to bot, while QOP has shifted to the top lane, and they are playing. I think they are playing too defensively now. I mean, it was Surekh Gaming's draft which had to dominate. You know, Bounty Hunter is spotted, but I don't think they have any detection.
There's a dust on the line. That's a mistake. He's dead. The Bounty Hunter finally got punished.
Yeah.
So well played from, and finally they are picking up the dust of appearance. That's really good, because a lot of people say that you always pick sentries in the professional game, you never go for dust, but I personally think that everything's valid. It's a game after all, and if these items are made available, you have to use them no matter how professional a game is.
So I was playing a ranked match yesterday, and at 3 minutes the opponent team was buying sentry and dust wall.
Okay, that is just try hard.
Yes, 3 minutes.
I think that is just try hard. If you see in the, no offense, but in the Southeast Asia servers, MMR is everything and people do everything for that.
Okay, the smoke gang coming from Surekh Gaming, and Gyrocopter is like farming freely. He just don't want to participate in the gangs, but I think he will be scouted because there's also smoke on Lina. Lina is also want to spot someone, and in the jungle plus Bounty Hunter is there.
They are looking for probably
someone to gang, yes.
So they know that the gyro is missing, and now they'll be disappointed to find him last hitting the creeps at mid lane.
Now I think he will be.
Yeah.
He will
See,
be
look at that. There's a
ping.
ping.
He would be gang, yes.
He would be gang. The Ember Spirit is gonna get pinged back. So there's heavy pinging from.
So Surekh Gaming is like have gathered at top, while Mad Xcuse have gathered.
So
there was a random dust.
These are the funny moments of the game when both the team thinks that the opposite is gonna be there, and they end up looking at a tower trade probably.
Actually, the smoke got revealed, so they thought that Bounty Hunter must have been there, but actually
it was the tower.
But actually, it was the effect of smoke that got dissipated.
It got the timer got over. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I missed that. This is a double damage rune bot. So they are gonna trade off towers probably because there's a TP that's coming in from no one. I think someone cancelled it.
He just cancelled the teleport and just it's a trade off.
They decided to trade because there's no point in going for that one. There's a Bane position. He's got a TP top, and they don't want to give this one because it's only. That's a beautiful hook from the Clockwork that traps 2 people, and Bane gets that Nightmare's grip in on the land. It's not going to be of much use. Templar falls, however, it's a triple kill for the Queen of Pain. It's a beautiful ultimate that she came in from behind, and look at the damage that was exchanged. SG actually gave in a lot of damage, 3,000.
Almost double, or more than double.
That's what we predicted. I think if you are looking about team fights, then SG is going to have the upper hand probably.
It was a beautiful call down plus the Sonic Wave. Obviously, it was like placed very beautifully by Surekh Gaming.
It's going to be very simple to execute if you look at it. Not doubting the skill of these players, but combos with Queen of Pain and Gyrocopter is not. It's very easy to execute, and if you have proper coordination with your team, you can have good executions from both of them. So there's the Queen of Pain is going to get a grave.
She got
shallow grave. She got I think searing chains. That's she got searing chains from the Ember Spirit, but she got that grave and then they gave up on it because there's no matter how long.
So what is Gyrocopter having in his inventory?
I think he's going for a Sanjanyasha. Yeah, exactly. He's got his Morbid Mask. He's going for a Sanjanyasha, not a BKB, surprisingly. I think he's pretty much relaxed on it. He's going for a good core as well as luxury. You could say you can disassemble it later.
Sanjanyasha is also a very good item. I mean,
exactly.
For his mobility.
And you have a lot of. I think it can be disabled if I'm not mistaken. Wow, the sentry wards has just popped up. I think Dazzle is buying a whole shop of sentry wards for
Bounty Hunter.
For the Bounty Hunter.
I mean, it's 18 millions. I think they should buy gem now. But right now, they should be having.
If they
gem
lose
for
it,
Bounty
then
Hunter.
the warding could be in trouble.
But yes,
because
they are now. They have like a. I mean, they must be confident enough now to tackle them as they having very nice combos with them. So I think they want to get with their core items first.
the thing is, the combo only gets successful if Templar as well as the Gyrocopter as well as the Dazzle, all three of them are present in a fight. So the reason for getting a Clockwork in is that if you get a hook shot on any one of those and take them out of the fight, then the whole draft crumbles. Because if Gyrocopter uses ultimate, he does not have any follow-through damage, and that could that would mean only, even if it hits all 5 of them, that would only mean losing half their HP.
Yeah.
And then probably Bane is gonna brain sap you. You're gonna have a try.
Then QOP is there to give Sonic Wave, and we
Meanwhile,
just missed a kill.
on the
We apologize,
Gyrocopter.
yes.
It was a simple pick off. They didn't really need this ward right here. And this aggressive warding, they should realize right now that there's something that's giving the information about the position of these players. And Gyrocopter was pretty much halfway to tier 2. So he was vulnerable here. There was no ward from the Radiant team. Sadly, they should have wards for the Gyrocopter if they want to ensure good levels from him. Just got ganked and he's going to get a huge setback from him. Look at the last hits. He's 118. Both the highest last hits are on the same team.
Gaming.
So they're really a bit relaxed, you can say. Although Rota is a game of comebacks, you can never really predict what happens.
Okay, so they are
Okay,
planning to gang Ember Spirit, but Ember Spirit so beautifully escaped when
yeah, he's just
by using
using the time his
Remnants,
remnants takes to cast the second skill on support.
So I think Lion
good
would be
display
farming Blink Dagger after his boots. Okay, he has boots, and I think, but actually his sentry wards and buying dust and sentry wards, I mean, wasted his gold, so he just could not buy Blink Dagger.
So he was disappointed with that.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. If you're a support, you have to take one for the team, both the supports.
So I like have been casting games, but yes, I mean, I think it was neck break that Lion so easily made Blink Dagger after his boost. But if you have a bounty hunter and your opponent, so yes, you will be wasting your gold on this
buying
sentry.
detection and stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
It becomes so annoying if you have bounty hunter. And
so by that bounty hunter pick, they've made sure that they have sacrificed a position in their team, but they've made sure that the enemy supports are well occupied buying all that stuff.
But yes, bounty hunter is not doing much. I mean,
He could.
despite of holding-
The thing is, he can get in early tracks. He has his arcane. He's a very doing good job as a support. He's getting those creepy wards in this ward.
But he
Now, if
just
you're
cannot
going as
disable.
a
But he just cannot disable. They have nice, I mean, better supports like Dazzle and Lion. If you just see the skills which are useful in the gangs. But what would bounty hunter do despite of the warding and the tracking? Surekh Gaming is taking the Roshan.
They're
Yes.
doing this quite swiftly.
I don't think that Battlefield is aware of it, and they are just letting them go.
No, not letting them go. They're not aware of the
Yeah,
fact
they're
that
not aware of it.
soon they're going to get the shock of their lives once the Roshan falls. Well, let's us record the reactions from Lina today. And when Roshan falls, okay, she's not reacting much, probably using her face boots and farming calmly. She'll just go tier, she'll go top. They are very calm with it. I think probably they have something in their mind. You have to be calm once Roshan falls, because if you start showing signs of panic and start backing, then those are the mind games that the opposite team plays on you, and then you show signs of weakness.
So I think they would be trading the towers again, and Dina is very fast enough to take the towers along with the Ember Spirit.
She has a DD as well.
Yeah, while Surekh Gaming is quite a bit slow in taking towers. I mean, I think they cannot provide enough damage to the creep wave.
They can actually. You have a Dazzle, you have a Gyrocopter as well as a Queen. They're not using their skills.
Yeah,
That's the
they're
point.
not using the skills as compared to Bad Xcuse. They're so in much a hurry. Bad Xcuse have now reached the T2 tower, while Surekh Gaming is still stuck at the
I think they face
Demon tower.
mana issues. Queen of Queen has a youth, so she does not have to worry, but the Dazzle definitely faces mana
Okay,
issues.
but T2 towers has already
They're
been
fine,
taken by
yeah.
Bad Xcuse, and now
While
they're going to
SG
defend
just
this.
takes T1.
They want to defend the T2 now.
There was some aggression by the Templar assassin on the Ember, but he escaped. Of course, there's no stun on the Templar, so meanwhile she's going to get ganked, and this is a beautiful dust pop. The Aegis is going to get wasted, and now they're going to retreat. Queen of Pain now making sure that Clockwork doesn't escape. Yule's popped on him beautifully, and the first kill comes up on him. He's slowed, and a beautiful stun from the Lina, and making sure both the teams stop, but she's going to sacrifice her life instead.
She just
so
died in two hits of Templar assassin.
you have a Desolator. She's not made a BKB, and that's a surprising
She has
pick.
got Blink Dagger now in the Korean.
Okay, so she's all set. to have any kind of one shots coming through
Yeah.
on the opposite team support. You could look at a one shot on Bounty Hunter or a Bane. So it's level
An easy
14.
tower because since Lina is dead, so this has got an easy tower. Since only Lina was there with the highest experience of bad excuse, and we can also see that Ember Spade has now Battle Fury in his inventory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay,
not.
okay, no, he's just
He's
in the
almost
courier.
made it. I think he just needs his Ring of Health and he'll have it.
Don't you think it's quite late? I mean, Battle Fury 23
23 minutes, if you're on the losing team, no, it's not. It's quite good actually. Right now, the SG definitely has an upper hand in the team fight part. So
Okay, but Ember Spade still wants to fight.
yeah, because that's the only way you can make sure that Battle Fury comes in. Because no matter you have your Battle Fury, you don't get those levels, and then their team is just too strong. So if you can manage to get a few 1 or 2 kills, then that's really good for you if you're a carry. And Ember Spirit is a kind of a hero that even though you want to sit back and farm, that's what you want to do, farm as a hard carry. You also want to make sure you're actively there in the ganks as
But
well as the
still,
team fights.
if you see, he just need one disable. I mean, Lion just can disable disable him and just make him frog, and he will die to split second by the Sonic Wave and 1-2 hits of Templar Assassin. So I mean, he just should have gone for BKB at least to survive in the ganks. If you want to like even a simple hit in the gank,
I think
he can just spam skills. Standing far behind, he just cannot stand in front of them.
He's gonna risk it, I think. That's what they're doing. So there's heavy pinging. I think the Templar is constantly asked to get back. And I think a major drawback for both the teams is that they are sitting back to back, is it? So
Yeah.
they couldn't be voice
They are playing-
communicating.
Yeah.
So voice communications are told to be a minimal. So if there's any regional languages that they speak, then that is the only mode that they could communicate in. You cannot loudly say that "Hey, smoke hua." So that's gonna be really a giveaway. So that's gonna be a bit of a drawback for these teams. But if they have good coordination, it's an issue that they can overlook, of course. And so far, both the teams have shown good synchronization. And 7-6 is the score, 24 minutes. And even though the irony is that BX is a gank-oriented team and SG is a very good teamfight potential, there's not been a lot of teamfights or ganks because the kills show it all. Meanwhile, the Clockwork will use his 4-star pin, but I think the hook shot, he didn't use it. There was a creep on his way. And now the use will be popped on the Clockwork.
Yes.
So, he's gonna hook
But
back.
I was expecting that he would hook up so easily since Tina was standing in front of them.
I think she was there for that purpose itself. So
Yeah.
could have finished off Templar before she popped that refraction by the Laguna, but that was quite risky for the Lina.
So it's,
Probably avoiding
yeah,
fights
it's been
here.
25 minutes and the score is 7-6 to
7-6.
bad excuse.
So all our viewers must be disappointed to not see a lot of action.
Yeah.
Looking at passive, so you could take this video as tips to farm in Dota 2. So they're really good last hits on all the teams. You have 166 on the Templar,
So
almost similar on the Gyrocopter.
the smoke gang by Surekh Gaming, 3 of them are in the smoke. I don't know what they want to do without Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter is not in the smoke. Plus the GOP, they want to maybe they want to they want to take the T2 tower of bot lane.
Probably. Look at the net worth that, okay, there's going to be action over here.
Smoking
And-
also from bad excuse.
Okay, both the teams have seen each other's use. The track on the Lion is going to be in trouble. Blink out from the Templar Assassin, a stun on the Bane, but the Clockwork will follow through with his hook shot, and now he's going to 4-star back away. Beautiful grave on the Templar. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain comes in with her ultimate as well as the Scream of Pain. Gyrocopter has popped his ultimate as well, sadly hitting only one of the missiles before the teams get off. There's a Laguna coming in from the Lina, but she's not going to live through it. She's going to fall. So is the Lion, and there's a trap again. The Ember Spirit comes back into the fight. Just gives him the damage. He has his second skill. Is he gonna pop it? Oh yes, that's a very beautiful gameplay
But
of him. But triple kill for.
Why he stopped from coming back? I don't know. He just could have escaped easily, but I don't know why he came forward.
I think
to kill
he
him.
thought that that kill was secured for him.
Yes.
And 4 people have been taken out for Team BX. And Clockwork, I think the perpetrator was gonna be dead, but he is the one that lives actually. No, I think that was a bit of a risk. Don't you think coming
A
in
complete
solo?
catastrophe for bad excuse.
So
I mean, their lineup was already weak, and they
took up a
showed
team
little,
fight.
Yeah, they showed a little bit disappointment in the previous gang.
I think this hook right here, probably on the Templar, is what started it, and that was not a very good hook because once you're hooking people, you want
have
to make sure
yes,
that you kill
at
them.
least you gather 1, 2, 3 people in the cox, and it was only Templar Assassin plus the suppose
Plus they
can
did not
easily
take the
4-star.
kill,
Plus
yeah.
the suppose can easily 4-star for out of the cox. So what was the use? She could be just playing for minute seconds.
And then their team had to come in with the fight, otherwise they would just lose Clockwork for nothing.
Yeah.
So they killed a lion. Good consolation for them, but things are looking bleak for them right now. And huge gold earned by the Gyrocopter as well as the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain has a streak, I think,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
I think unstoppable.
Yeah, it's 6-2. I think she died 2 times before. Not unstoppable, I'd say. Dominating probably, because she has died twice. There would be no way this is unstoppable. So still waiting for that Roshan to come up. It's going to be there pretty soon. And
Bounty Hunter is still determined. Bounty Hunter is still determined to annoy them.
He's look at him. He's just having fun while it lasts.
He's going for mechanism now. Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, he's going to be a
Doing
total course.
a typical support.
And he's going to be making sure that
But
they are on their toes all the
But
time.
Xcuse still wants to play aggressive. I mean, despite of the
Look at him.
losing so
He's
much.
tracking them so much, and now he's dead. Too short
Too short.
by the Templar. He didn't even get, I think, chance. He had CD on the Shadow. I don't know why he's playing so aggressive today.
So I think Gyrocopter will
course.
be making Eye of Skadi since he has ultimate op in his inventory. What do you think? Maybe a Manta
Could be
style
a
or
no,
Skadi?
I'm not
Skadi.
sure. Could
I
be.
think Skadi.
Yeah, could be a Manta. You can disassemble the Sanjay Nyasha, but I don't think why they would want to do that at this point. And Skadi could be a pickup. You could give the stats to them.
Yeah.
Not saying that he needs them, but definitely could have gone for a Black King bar.
He could become a little tanky.
Yeah, you can make a Black King bar, because even though you're winning, you don't want to play.
They should
so
sacrifice it.
YOLO.
They should probably sacrifice the T2 tower, plus they should take the advantage of the T3 tower. Okay, this is spamming kills from behind. They want to drag it, but yes, Ember Spirit was a bit risky pick since he's not doing anything. You must have also observed that.
Yeah, there's a hook by the clock on the line, and the blade is being popped. I don't know who's targeting me actually. There's a blade on the line as well. Queen of Pain with her ultimate. There's a stun from the lead, and now there's a beautiful Laguna as well. The Gyrocopter uses his ultimate, will hit only 2 heroes, not a lot of damage. The second missile coming through. The Nightmare on the Bane, on the Dazzle. He's gonna fall. There's a double kill for the Lina there, and Gyrocopter will fall as well. Team wipe. SG has been team wiped, and it's pretty sad to say, since BX has made a considerable comeback into the game. I think this hook was something that they need to pull off.
And that was very beautiful gang. I mean, Bad Xcuse managed to kill them so with so much difficulty and versatility, and obviously they have gained a very nice experience by killing them all.
Exactly. The Queen of Pain was taken out before, even after she casted ult, she was taken out beautifully. I think the pure damage went through, but they are just too tanky. There's a Glimmer Cape on that base.
And Assassin died too early in the gang, so she was not able to survive in the. She was not able to survive in the gangs. Obviously, she would need BKB because since Lina was spamming very nice, has been planting very nice stuns on Gyrocopter. You have also must have observed that she planted a very nice stun on Gyrocopter plus Assassin. So yes, Surekh Gaming are underestimating the need for blacking bar. They obviously need it. If they want to go for the late game, yes, they would need a blacking bar. Obviously, to avoid the stuns. But yes, the Laguna Blade along with the Agami Scepter, she would be having a pure damage. But yes, they would need BKB also for the clockwork. He would be initiating it.
Yeah, definitely. So I know Clockwork has a blade mail. He doesn't need his BKB. If he pops that blade mail, so that's going to be enough for him. So we're looking for that Aghanim Scepter to come in, so he could be using those in 12 seconds. And a good BKB pickup would be for the Bane, because at this point he needs to be making sure that he casts the Fiend's Grip for the entire duration of 5 seconds, and only a BKB is going to make sure he does that, because there's a Lion, there's a Templar Assassin who can just two-shot you even though you have a BKB, but that eliminates the chances of you getting stunned for any possible reason, and that is going to carry through forward, because if a Templar is in your Fiend's Grip, then it's going to be trouble for them to make a comeback. All your refraction charge is going to be used up by that, and the thing is not the damage, the whole, I think, disable for 5 seconds. That's what helps them to.
So what's up with Ember Spirit?
I think he's got his Battle Fury, and he's got his crit Tadeless.
I don't know, no one is making blacking bar in this game. I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, this is supposed to be, I think both the teams pretty much know where this is headed. I think it's a untold fact that you don't make a BKB, and so will not. I think BKB takes out the very fun from the game, you can say.
Yeah.
You cannot cast spells on BKB, so it's a very good professional pickup. In fact, that's a core item on nearly all the carries and most of the supports who want to channel, especially like Enigma.
I think he's making Manta style to avoid tracks. He's definitely going for Manta style for Gyrocopter, I think.
He has money for Manta, he should be buying it. As soon as kill by the Lina on the Queen of Pain, I think that's Aghanim's made sure that one Laguna is all that she needs to take care of her.
But Xcuse had managed to kill them so easily, and so they had showed a very nice performance.
Exactly. Did you get one of these bands?
Yeah,
So we'll just
I'm
flash
wearing
it to the
Yes,
audience.
I'm wearing it.
And we've got these bands from Rage Quit Cup, and
Yes.
it's pretty beautiful.
The agony of split push, rage quit cup.
That's what their motto is, I
Yeah.
think.
If you get annoyed by split pushing, then
You have
make
to rage
sure
quit.
make sure that you don't rage quit.
Okay.
Mechanism has already done by Bounty Hunter.
He's going for a Greaves. He's got his Arcane as well as
Yeah.
Mechanism, new item in
Since it's a
6.84.
late game, so yes, he should have had.
So for our
Greaves.
spectators who don't know what is Greaves, this awesome Lions, okay. So this thing is, it gives you 250 health and 160 mana. It's a lot. It doesn't take any mana from you for doing that. I think Arcane
Yes.
as a
Mechanism takes.
mechanism
mana.
takes mana. This
Yeah.
Guardian Gift doesn't, so it's
Yeah.
you get a fountain heal, you can say, from this, and it's a very good item to have. The thing is, it also removes all the buffs from a caster. For example, if a Queen of Pain has got her Shadow Strike on the caster, the Greaves is going to make sure it has the same effect as the Slark's Purge has. It's going to take all the debuffs away from you, kind of a Tide Hunter kind of thing. So for 34-minute rune, and Roshan is being pinged. The smoke, will it be a gank or a Roshan? Can't do Roshan at this point, so gank it will be. They don't pick a double damage rune. It's very smart, because if the Radiant seem to have a ward there, then the disappearance of that rune could only mean in one thing, that there's a team coming to kill you. But you could also justify it that the Bounty Hunter could have picked it up. Probably he's going to be invisible all the time, so they should have picked up that, and I think Ember goes for it. They're going to target the bottom tower. BX very interested in pushing here. They really know that as team fighting is not something they can pick up with this draft against SG. They want to look at solo heroes that they can pick off, and Archmage has been beautiful on the Lina today, and as our Aghanims.
Well, they showed intelligence in the previous two gangs. I mean, they managed to kill all of them.
They're going to TP out. Yeah, they took a team wipe, and I think this is the first team wipe of the game. Even when SG
Despite of so
had
weak
got a
draft.
gank.
Yeah.
Yeah, SG had got a. It's not a weak draft, you can say, but against this lineup,
Great game.
yeah, it's kind of a aggressive ganking draft. And in terms of AoE, you need to really get all those heroes in that small area where Lina can land that stun. That's going to be possible if you hook 5 people with a
So
clockwork.
yes, they had been planning
For the
today
racks.
that Rockwork
Going
would
for the racks.
hook the 3 of them and plus Dina's turn. So yes, we can anticipate a gang at top.
And look at the pushing power that they have. The Desolator combined with he's going for a Skadi.
Yeah.
Combined with the Gyrocopter.
Okay, so
Surekh is going to bounce off.
Yeah, so yes, the
Annoying
bouncing.
tracks.
I mean, they can do anything. Why don't they?
The pain is going to come in with the grip, I think, but he just knows that. That's a
Oh,
beautiful
nice.
the series change from
Nice.
them. Must be the
Good
assistant
fight
from the
of
Lina, and the Gyrocopter is going to be targeted. Laguna Blade, no chance for the Dazzle to do anything. Queen of Pain is dead as well, no argument on that part. And double
Shit.
kill for the Lina.
So beautiful.
TA
Bad
is gonna-
excuse. Hats off to bad excuse.
TA is gonna TP out, and Roshan is something that's constantly being pinged by the Templar Assassin, who now knows what they're leading to. Look, are we looking at an Aegis steal here?
Yeah.
So Templar is all headed no, she's gonna farm, I think, push the lane. Not looking at going for Aegis because.
Do you believe in comebacks? As bad excuse has just witnessed a very
Okay,
nice
this
comeback.
could be a comeback, or they could have a comeback of a comeback, or there could be comebacks of comebacks of comebacks. You never know. There's always a scope for comebacks when it comes to Dota 2. Unless the score is 50-0, then
That was so unexpected. I mean, I was so sure that Surekh Gaming would win this, would definitely win this in the presence of the, I mean, Gyrocopter.
that was a good initiation from them, but that's why I think they won that fight. And it's all about how many people you get in. If they took out that Dazzle, if you see, the Gyrocopter couldn't be at the receiving end of a shallow grave, and that's why Lina could take him out with that Laguna Blade.
I still think that Queen of Pain and Gyrocopter is at this point of time.
Yeah, I think all of them, but none of them is making the
But yes, the QOP with the ground sector and Nina was also ground sector. They are both giving pure damage. Plus Stunt Assassin with mid shot also a pure damage. So I think that's underestimating the need for BKB.
Yeah, they should make a BKB, I think. Both the teams.
Yeah. But only Temple Assassin has BKB and she just had managed to fled away in the previous gang. Only she was the survivor.
She could have gone for an Aegis steal, but that's too risky.
Yeah, that's too risky.
If you have a Storm Spit, that's another story.
We can see the buyback status.
I think Radiant
She
team.
had buyback. She could have risked it maybe.
No, you don't want to throw a buyback. Then they could have ended it BX. But you don't have a Templar Assassin on your spot. Even if she buys back and then gets hooked by Clock, then it's all over. On the other hand, if she gets hooked by Clock right now, then she could buy back.
So Bad Excuse is determined to end this game right now.
They are looking at pushing. Not sure about the ending part though, because they are not on high ground, so it's gonna be a bit difficult for them.
I mean, at least they want to take at least barracks.
Racks, yeah. Barracks is something that I think they are targeting for. I think SG is more in a hurry to take the racks. If you see the top lane, SG has already taken tier 3 and we're looking for the barracks, the opening.
Actually, there's no good initiative from Surekh Gaming. They are all giving damage, plus they have disabled, but not a good initiative.
They needed that blink on that land for that initiations to come in, but he's all occupied with the sentry.
He has blink.
He has blink?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has just got the blink. But yes, he has to stun in such a way as to, I mean, all the 5 heroes of Bad Excuse come in a row.
That's really impossible. You can have 2, 3
actually,
at the
yes,
max.
Actually, it happens, but yes, it's difficult, but
Very
it's not
difficult.
impossible. It's not impossible, but yes.
If you're standing in a line, that's the only way. Otherwise, you have to angle yourself such a way that at a point where even
maybe
if one
maybe
hero
2, 3,
escapes,
yes.
yeah.
You
2
have
or
to
3, looking at the target of 3.
Or maybe Gyrocopter can spam his missiles over them.
He could be doing it. Now he's getting changed by the Ember and he realizes that he's extended a bit too much. Going back there and the Templar Fox is trap, but that's not going to hit anyone.
Yeah.
So pressure coming in from all sides on SG, the creep waves.
So Clockwork was MVP throughout this game. He had been initiating
yeah, we have seen some poor hooks from him, but he's done his share with the beautiful hook that he gave the last 2 hooks that were beautiful. Oh, look at that. Okay. He extended a bit too much, I think. And he got punished for it.
So he's going back to
even
base.
Dazzle realized.
He's going back to base.
And Rax is going to be in trouble because Gyrocopter is going to regen.
Who are Surekh Gaming? They were so close. They were so close to win.
That's a beautiful play. So hook from the Clockwork on the Queen of Pain. He's going to get back.
Back up.
And ultimate from the Gyrocopter and Bane is not going to live through this one. Why did land?
They had gem. So Spider, he was using, he used the Human Cave on himself.
Okay. They
wouldn't
help. Ember Spirit is not going to live as well. The Aegis is going to be popped. I think there's a demon on the bounty hunter over there. Templar and Gyro are making sure that the Ember doesn't escape, but he will right now. And the Queen of Pain is going to be really aggressive on this. The Templar is going to just take care of that Ember Spirit. Beautiful mesh strikes coming in. Clockwork is the one that's targeted right now. He's very tanky. He's going to hook the Templar.
He wanted to hook bounty hunter.
Okay, that's a fair from the Clockwork. I think Templar purposely blinked in front of him so he could have.
Lina kills someone.
Lina is just crazy. He's going to double kill.
Lina had been killing QOP and Dazzle at the same time.
So she took care of the Dazzle as well, and now she's going to retreat. So SG getting hit from all the sides, and abandon ship is the only call that they are putting out their throats. So she has a Hex ready, and why is Lion
they want to
going
catch.
aggressive?
They want to catch her.
Yeah, there's a Templar there, and that's a bait.
Also there. But if she has no mana, she can blink, but Lion is also.
Templar is gonna get hurt, and she's gonna fall. The Lina.
Yeah, she actually.
She used that Hex on the Lion. Could have gone for the Templar.
She could have escaped.
Then use the Laguna on the Lion and.
She was not aware that Temple Assassin is following her, so she preferred to. She wanted to kill Lion alone, but yes, she got aware of the trap placed by Temple Assassin that she is also there. So now Gyrocopter has 3.70 gold. What do you think he will be making right now?
He has Helm going for Satanic.
Satanic, yeah.
Satanic, not a bad item to pick up. And looking at the damage that's going to be put in from the Ember Spirit. But Satanic is very good against heroes that are going to 1v1 you, heroes like Juggernaut who rely on right click. So you can turn games on them. You make sure that you're very low on health, and then they're going to attack you, and then you're going to turn your Satanic on. But the thing with Ember Spirit is when you turn your Satanic on, if you use a second skill or you adjust retreat, it's going to be all waste. So questionable pickup that could be, but if there's a Clockwork, then you could consider it. All depends on how these teamfights go through. Very situational items, all these.
They're quite rich with items. Plus Temple Assassin.
You mean the cosmetic ones? Yeah.
Not much, but yes, they're
no,
quite rich.
Definitely they have all. The Gyrocopter, just look at him. What does he have? He's poor. Okay, he does not have anything.
Plus,
so, for all our viewers there, if you really like Xcuse's gameplay, you can always gift him items.
Temple Assassin is looking beautiful.
So 50 has very good items as well. Templar. Always a good hero.
So guys, as to remind you, if we happen to cross 100 plus spectators in the game, 2 fortunate viewers will be having some random drops. So please guys, keep tuning in the this game plus the Twitch channel. We will be also announcing some giveaways in the Twitch if we get some immense response from you guys. So it's just a request, or maybe some part from you can also realize this.
As Zach and Emily would say, do it for the drops.
Okay, so it was a very easy T2 tower by Surekh Gaming. Now we are waiting for a third T3 tower, which is obviously always difficult to participate.
T3.
Yeah.
You could just zoom out on that. Second half.
Bounty Hunter is at mid. I don't know what he's doing there. Still boarding.
He isn't afraid of anyone. We have Krovas and the Bounty Hunter. I'm really sorry with the names, but I haven't casted any of these teams before. Didn't really collide. Our schedules didn't meet.
No, but this they happen to emerge from loser bracket, and they have come from line finals in Delhi. That is urban terrain. We are casting this from urban terrain. Yes. So
the teams are just behind us. If you see
Xcuse
behind
and
us.
Surekh Gaming also from the very top teams of India after the Neckbreak and Elunes.
And if you see, the Bounty Hunter looks quite funny while running. So when he's warding and stuff, he looks really hilarious. And this Bounty Hunter has been going head over heels with the warding part. He's so aggressive that they have gotten a lot of kills from that, and I think that's what has made a comeback. First is the Clockwork Hawks, and secondly is the Bounty Hunter wards. That is what made sure that these they got these kills. And early into the game they were struggling, but now they have put back the pressure, and BKBs are coming through on the Templar.
Butterfly, he's going for butterfly.
Butterfly, not really a good idea.
He still doesn't want to make BKB.
I mean, you don't need this at this point. You need magic resistance. Probably even a Satanic is a good pickup. You get that extra lifesteal as well as survivability.
He wants evasion.
From Lina. I don't know. Why do you want evasion from Lina? She's gonna Laguna you anyway.
Yes, he has. Plus Lina has Sight of Vice.
So yeah, evasion is equal to gone.
So Queen of Pain also would need BKB, since they have BKB plus a hook is there to disable.
She's going for a Lincoln Sphere, if I'm not mistaken, or another Scythe if
maybe
they need
Sight
it.
of Vice. Yeah.
So Lincoln's is a very selfish pickup, you can say.
Yeah.
You want to just
you have to participate in a gang. But yes, I think I would be expecting a Sight of Vice from QP, not Lincoln's.
We did not see an Orchid, sadly. We saw an Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
Maybe that could have been something that Bounty Hunter would have
doing
found.
very nice damage with Sonic Wave. She had got two times triple kill in the gangs.
Yes, she did with the Sonic Waves, and then Scream of Pain, of course, following it up. If you look, the Radiant team have just one ward right over here, and I think one over here. So this one's not really helpful. It's a pushing ward.
Yeah.
It's not gonna help you much at the stage you are in right now. Look at the Templar. I think she has spotted the beautiful trap. She knows that she is there, but she cannot see him. Gonna resort to farming.
It would be too late if Lion and Dazzle popped us right now.
Lion is gem.
Yeah. Okay.
So Swifty is gonna. Okay, that's a wrong trap. But will Lion follow? If he would have followed, okay, she got tracked, and now they know there's a TP coming in. He's gonna live.
Okay, she managed to fled.
She knew that Bounty Hunter would be there. He could have gone invisible again.
So what's up with Lion? He has one Perseverance in his inventory.
He only has 900 HP. So meanwhile, Lina gets a kill on the Queen of Pain. Probably a hook shot from Clockwork. It's on CD. So that was what he did on the Queen of Pain. Then you saw probably a Laguna and a Light Strike array on the Queen of Pain. That's what led to a demise. Gyrocopter has completed his butterfly. He's playing the GPM game, I think.
So Surekh Gaming can overpower Bad Xcuse. It's not too late with their farm. But yes, Bad Xcuse had been performing very well lately. And Lina and Vayne alone standing in front of Barracks, plus Spade is standing behind. Yes, plus Clockwork. He would be like doing hooks from behind. He doesn't want to get.
Oh
hit.
my god, look at the damage. He's gonna go invisible. And the gem is gonna make sure he doesn't look at that beautiful side blade, but Laguna blade just one-shotting the lion over there. And where is the gem? Where is the gem? Does it took
She
the gem?
she can. I mean, she could have escaped. She could have like.
Taken care of the Lina, you mean?
Yeah.
I think she had backup over there. The clockwork was pretty much standing over there as well as the Ember Spirit.
But she
Lina
might be
attacked
giving
her.
on. She could have chased Lina. And she would have died from 2 hits by Temple Assassin. And plus you have Meld giving pure damage.
That's a good point there, but I don't know why Swifty decided not to. Probably not worth the risk. If he had fallen by even by chance, then that would have been GG well played for SG, because look at the health of these racks. Even though the melee barracks was at a very low point, it regenerated. The range barracks do not share the same regeneration.
So it's quite difficult for both the teams to fight in the T3 area, because since obviously they are getting advantage of the high ground.
Exactly. So look at the levels on these heroes. The Dazzle is the lowest one, and we are averaging level 17, I think. 22 two heroes, 20 we can say.
Yeah.
So 23 on the Templar and 13 on the Dazzle, a difference of 10 levels from heroes on the same team. Dazzle hasn't got a lot of farm or kills in the game. I think look at the KDA. He's got no kills at all.
Bounty Hunter
So it's same with Bounty Hunter. But he's getting a lot of gold from the track. He has his Solar Crest mechanism. He's not gone for the Greaves. I think should have gone for it. It gives you a good mana, so a supply. Especially for heroes struggling with mana. In the case of Clockwork, probably Lina, she could get that extra mana. She has a Scythe now, so that's not going to be an issue.
Let's see the HP of Gyrocopter. What's the HP of Gyrocopter?
He has 2.5k. Very good for him.
Okay, so Roshan is up and they want to kill Bounty Hunter.
He's
He's
dead. DED. By
DEAD.
I just say DED, you know.
Okay.
Even when I'm playing, it's not that I misspell it, but that's kind of cool to say DED. And it's very insulting to hear as well. When you're typing flame in the chat, you just say DED.
I can understand. Even I do abuse.
Okay, so flaming is quite natural in Dota, and if you're playing in C, if you don't flame, then you're not really normal. Yeah, you're not normal if you don't flame in C. So look at Rat Dota from Ember Spirit. We have Blizzard who's just taken care of the buildings, and no mercy on the creeps as well. And we're looking at this at very close value. And you can hear the echoes of laughter that are coming from the outside, and Lamb comes in. So there's the Templar. Did they get the Aegis? I missed out on Roshan.
Yeah.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant, and Gyrocopter has picked the Aegis.
And where's cheese?
So
I think Temple Assassin has picked the cheese. Can we see it on Temple Assassin?
No.
QOP maybe.
no.
Yeah, okay,
Dazzle.
Dazzle has.
I don't know why Dazzle has cheese.
Yeah. So actually, he's the most vulnerable one in the gang. So yes, he has to utilize it very
But
crucially.
if someone, if Lina uses the Laguna, he'll have 0 HP, so he won't be able to use the cheese anyway.
So yes, he has to do it very at the right time.
I think he's going to use it on someone else. Probably give them when they have the slot to
it's
carry.
also that's a correct point, valid point.
Why does Queen of Pain have a bottle? She doesn't need it. It's just filling up slots. At 50 minutes, you don't need a bottle.
And Eels in this meta have just come up that professional players are making Eels on QP plus Storm Spirit too.
Yeah, Storm Spirit. We have seen Sumail pick up Yules.
To get disabled. Okay, there's a smoke on.
In case of, I think Yules is not a pre-planned item. It's very situational. If you get ganged by when you're a Storm Spirit, if heroes like Invoker goes for Vex Cause and Orchid, or you can see a Queen of Pain picking up an Orchid, Yules is something that's going to save you during gangs, because that's going to be very useful for you. You can use it on the opponent team as well to disable them while you put out a Remnant to get that extra bit of damage in.
So Satanic is up for Gyrocopter.
And you can say he's 6 slotted if he gets his BOT, and this
so he's not keeping teleport.
No, that's a risk. You have so much damage.
They want to defend it.
He should have gone for an MKB or a Daedalus probably, because you get agility, but this damage is going to make sure you deal in regular damage in small amounts, but that's not something that BX is going to stand in and take, because Ember is going to escape, so is the Bane, he's going to use the Glimmer, probably got the Nightmare on the Gyrocopter. Lina also can escape very well using her Fiery Soul, so he should have gone for don't you think probably damage based items that could take out heroes in 3 maybe 4 hits combined with the Templar Assassin, because they heroes can escape even though you have a Skadi. You're not dealing a lot of DPS with all these items. You have agility, you have evasion. These are the old meta items, you can say.
Agree with you.
A new core, I think it calls for something that is very volatile on your hero as well as helps in taking out the other heroes. I think Kalina is in a very vulnerable position here and she's looking for a solo pick-off, but what she doesn't know is that 4 people are advancing down that lane right now, and I think they've seen someone there. Map hacks. Okay. Queen of Pain has seen the Lena but chosen to ignore her for some reason, and now she is going back. Okay. I don't really know what happened there, but
I think she hasn't.
no, was she?
I think she hasn't. I mean, she hasn't.
She
seen her.
just went right here, then she
don't
saw,
know.
and then, dude, we have agreed not to kill each other, and then just went back. So I think they thought that there was a gang
I
plan.
think Lena should
for
go for a blink dagger now, because if she just can't split push, she can just teleport at the her creep wave and then just use the
Blink dagger.
skills, and then
And
she
then
just
blink
can
out.
blink away, yes, and then again teleport. That's what
Rat
Lishtark do in the
Dota.
late game. That's what Lishtarks do in late game.
Okay. I think because most of the less ranked games I've seen, they haven't exceeded more than 25 minutes. You have that Octarine combo
Yeah.
coming in, and then it's almost over for
It's so
you.
annoying. Obviously, first ban is now Lishtark plus Undying. Undying and Lishtark.
Undying is something that if you don't ban, it's going to get picked. However, surprisingly, this, I think, did we see an Undying ban? No, we didn't.
Can't pass it.
No, this one, right? This game.
I think they didn't ban Undying.
Not even picked, so
Yeah.
not going down that lane.
But
They
yes,
have a dazzle, so
but
they
yes,
could have considered.
I had been casting many games of Rage Quit, and the first bans were like QOP, Stormspade, Undying, and definitely Lishtark.
Leshrac is the most banned slash picked slash played slash all pick. Even in all pick, you see, if you want MMR, you're gonna pick Leshrac and go to a lane.
Yeah, try hard. Too much hunger of MMR, they just pick so easy heroes,
So-
too overpowering heroes.
This is something you can relate to, especially if you are in the 2 to 3K bracket. And not saying that we are, just saying you can relate to it. And I'm probably gonna make my profile private after this game. I don't want any of you snooping around my MMR. So, looking at an response, and Queen of Pain unknowingly hits the bounty hunter, and he's going to take a lot of damage and going to retreat. She didn't know, she was hitting the creep wave, and he happened to be at the receiving end, and he was like, what, I was not even there.
Bounty hunter fled away. He was having haste rune. He wanted to just track him, and his
Track
HP
him,
got
and
half.
then he paid for karma, you can say.
Yeah.
Instant
Come on,
payback.
take tower. I mean, they had been like playing so defensively. I think they're waiting for the
Both the
ages to
teams are
expire.
very sensitive.
They must
for
be waiting for ages to expire.
yeah, for the gyrocopter, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
So they are
yes.
going to. So the thing is, they really lost out a lot doing that Roshan.
So cheese had been given. Cheese had been given to Gyrocopter only.
Yup, it's picked up right now.
And
I
even
think.
they can't push right now because Gyrocopter is not having a teleport. He's just 6 slotted with, I mean, not 6 slotted, but yes, if he had Boots of Travel, then we would call him a 6 slotted.
And there's no point that you're keeping your main
you
carry
can't
for
push,
defending.
You can't push without
Yeah.
a teleport. It's too risky.
What's the point if Dazzle is going to be pushing and Gyro is going to be defending? That's not.
Yeah.
I know. This ward right here. Again, the wards from BX are. This one's a very standard ward. This, however, is a good aggressive ward. It could be dewarded easily, but SG have fallen really low when it comes to warding in this game, I think. BX has taken over the warding part, if you'd agree with me. What do you think the warding from both the teams?
Aggressive warding had been done by a bad Xcuse. Yes, they have now having a better map control as compared to Surekh Gaming. Surekh Gaming are just now stick to the base, and yes, bad Xcuse are quite aware that Surekh Gaming are now scared of them. So yes, they prefer to do aggressive warding. And see, Ember Spirit is taking the tower so easily. My God, I mean, no one is there except for the KOP.
So,
He just fled away so easily.
the searing
easy
chase was
tower.
there, and she was forced to watch how her tower
Now we are
dies.
witnessing an agony of split push.
Okay.
That's not for the real pain.
So this should be Rad Dotka, Best Dotka. And I am so tempted to type it, but they'll probably ban me from casting any more games. So I'm not going to type any kind
That
of
would be
name.
called a trash talking. And
Yeah.
yes, we are not supposed to do it.
Yeah, and
It's
especially
about
not
saving-
when you're casting a game, you're not supposed to bias your decisions towards any of the
Yes.
teams.
If it
So,
had been.
It's very
public.
tempting, you know. I'm almost ready to type it, but they'll ban me from casting probably. I don't want
If it
that.
had been a pub game, so definitely even I would trash talk.
Okay. So still, I think the exchange of blows and Bounty Hunter showing that
They should not fight. Bad Xcuse right now should not fight without Ember Spade. Ember Spade is
He's
sticking
doing
at
Rat
top.
Dot
Ember
Cup.
Spade is sticking at top. His MKB.
He has his boots? No, he doesn't.
Yes, MKB. But
Yes,
yes,
MKB,
teleport
it's
is
a lot of damage.
okay.
There's an ultimate from the Gyrocopter, is a Laguna, but he's so fat. All those skills on him. Another Laguna. What is the refresher from there? And Lion, meanwhile, fingers the Bounty Hunter with his ultimate, and Templar is going to get a double kill. Gyrocopter, there's a buyback from the Gyrocopter.
He could not use cheese. Gyrocopter
Meanwhile,
had cheese.
Rat Dot Cup, Best Dot Cup, but Gyrocopter is coming back.
Oh
There's a
God,
remnant on the Ember
see
Spirit
the-
over there.
See the damage dealt by Ember Spirit.
On the gyro, it's a bit, it's a lot, and that's what these are the items you want to make on heroes. Look,
Yeah.
there's a MKB, there's a Daedalus,
MKB giving mini stunts to him.
mini bashes, yeah. So very good item. You have a Lincoln's balance. You get good mana and regen from
See
that.
the goal on Ember Spirit 7.k goal. Here,
He
like,
could-
okay, now he made about
By rapiers.
yes, he bought like Woods of Travel for himself. So he just can split push easily, but it was very nice gang. Without Ember Spirit, they managed to kill Gyrocopter in one go, and he just did not get the chance to use the cheese in the gang. It was a very nice advantage. I mean, Bad Xcuse showed a very nice gameplay. I mean, we must appreciate it. We should appreciate this. And Scythe of Vice has been done on QOP.
Yeah, we were biased towards, I think SG had a good draft.
Yeah,
and
SG
then
had a good
turned
draft.
out-
But
It
yes,
turned out,
as I said, 40% draft, 60% your gameplay. But yes, both the teams played very well. I'm not taking side of any of the teams. But yes, Bad Xcuse played better. That's why they are winning.
so both the teams have done quite well in this game. And they have lived up to their standards. This is how the final should probably go.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
let's
that's right.
let's see the buyback status of everyone. Gyrocopter just
think,
uses buyback, has used already
okay.
used buyback. So only Templars has and Clockwork are having buybacks.
Why don't you get the camera for some?
Okay, sure.
So we don't have buybacks on most of these heroes because they've used them probably. Those are just suffering from gold loss, as in the case of the Ember Spirit. What did Ember buy?
Yeah, Scardy, yes, I mean Scardy, Lincoln, I mean see the HP 2.8k. While okay.
He doesn't even need that much. It's gonna be seconds using his second skill.
Now it's a complete catastrophe for Surekh Gaming. While
There's a cheese.
Yeah, okay.
They have an Aegis now, and SG have
Clockwork took the Age
turned
of
upon them.
Immortality, while Cheese is with Bounty Hunter. They want to take the bot tower. Now only bot tower is left by Ember
Okay,
Spirit.
I think that they have seen this ward right here. If you just
Yeah,
look, the Queen of Pain has rewarded.
yeah. But Ember Spirit, I think Ember Spirit is not going to stick with his team. He's just focused on the split push. He will be taking the top lane while the rest of the Bad Xcuse is sticking at bot. They want to take this very desperately.
This, yeah. So they are going to put a lot of pressure on the team SG right now because they are in a position to do that, and they have very well stick to their drafts and lineups. So that's what they are doing. Just zoom out a bit so we can see the whole thing. And one Rex has fallen at mid lane. Top we have both the Rex intact.
What they want to do, I think they should have, they should be defending the bot tower. I think
They are
they're
just
quite aware.
creating-
Yes, they are quite aware that Ember Spirit would be taking this lane.
They are just putting pressure on SG right now. Just testing how strong their defense could be. They are playing mind games with them. And SG is in a real fix here because they have to defend from all sides. I think mid lane is almost self pushed. Meanwhile, Blizzard is gonna fall.
Ember Spirit just could not use remnants.
No, he
He
didn't.
did
And
not
fought-
have any
this-
remnant.
He does not have buyback, does he now? No.
Okay.
Yes, he does have a buyback.
Yeah.
So that's not an issue for them. But they're gonna retreat probably. They are playing handicap. They don't have their main carry with them right now. So not gonna risk this one because if they lose this fight, then SG get the upper hand once again, even though they don't have Rax. Now, once again, for all you guys who have just tuned in, this is Zach and Diabolic, and we are casting. I think this is the lower bracket.
Yes, first round
First
lower
game.
bracket. So
Best of three, first
yes.
game of lower bracket.
So anyone who would lose this, who would be out of the best of three, would be securing the fourth position, while the third team would be proceeding to the. They would be fighting either the neck break or team Egunes. So there this hooting coming from behind.
Yeah,
Everyone is getting very excited to watch this so intense match. Yes, it's been 61 minutes. It's a long game. The game is becoming intense and
We are in
intense.
for a long day.
Yeah.
So you guys
We
can
just didn't realize this, and it's 61 minutes already.
probably why I think both the teams are right. The kills are just 23-22. This is the kind
Yeah,
of.
only 23 jeete kam. Jeete.
So all you guys in low MMR brackets who can relate, not saying that we are, but who can relate, 23-22 is generally the score you can see in 15 minutes of the game.
Yeah. Okay, Smoke Gang on Surekh Gaming. And Bounty Hunter is having a haste tune. So yes, he's spotted, but they can't catch him.
Why is that trapping pop? He's just gonna run back.
They can't
And
catch him.
I think Templar is really nervous. She put a trap on the haystone. Look at left. We are looking at activity over there, and he's gonna get Hex Pro as the bounty hunter.
Okay,
Look at the damage that's coming. He's
kill
just
him alone.
peeking mana for. Oh my god!
So
That
sad.
Laguna blade.
Lang was alone. Lang was
There's a gem drop there. There's a gem
Rest
drop
of the
there.
team just didn't catch
That's
him.
a beautiful Fate's Grip on the Templar Assassin, and Swiftly is in trouble here. We have a Glaive and not going to lose that much of an HP. There's a TP coming in, almost instantly the Queen of Pain with her ultimate that's casted, and now the Bane is going to put Nightmare on the Dazzle that's standing behind, and the Queen of Pain will fall. So it's going
She has
to
bye-bye.
be really troublesome. Meanwhile, I think the Spirit is not going to
Fall down is not giving much damage.
I think item choice was something that he failed at. And he got a free to it.
Use cheese.
Oh my god, look at that. Look at the fail from them. The Nightmare cast at the same time the Laguna was cast, and they have to
That was
retreat
so
it now.
instant.
I think they really failed on this one. They're gonna go
I think
back.
they should not chase it at all.
They could, because they are
Because
really
Hytho Vice is on
encouraged
cooldown.
with this.
Hytho Vice on cooldown. Ember Spit is now too fatter as compared to QOP
Because I think the moment of the day was when you cast that Laguna at the same time the Nightmare was cast, and it did no effect at all. I think that's something that they have to work on. You don't want to throw out opportunities like that to the enemy.
So we can see now buyback is enabled for Templar Assassin, Lina, Ember Spirit and Bane. And
She's
still,
gonna tell go to base.
what do you think the game, which team is having a favorable time?
I think right now BX is really relaxed, and if you ignore the Ember Spirit kill and the one Laguna mishap right up there the top lane, I think BX is very much relaxed as to how this game is going.
Yeah.
Because even though SG has a good team fight, they are pretty sure the Gyrocopter has gone for a wrong choice of items, if you can see. And all these items are very good if it comes to mid game as well as survivability, but for if you need damage, then Templar is the only one who's going to be dealing the damage in this department. Even though we have a Queen of Pain dealing pure damage, that's not really a lot if you look at the HPs that these heroes possess. Clockwork, a natural tank, of course. You have Lina with the Yules who can pretty much escape everything, and all she has to do is cast a Laguna twice, maybe she has a refresher. Bane is going to use the Glimmerscape, he's going to get good resistance from it. He has the Ghost Scepter as well to take care of any physical damages that comes out from the Templar Assassin. You have Ember who's fat as well, and Bounty Hunter is okay, he's just a bit YOLO at the moment, so not really doing much job other than tracking heroes and throwing in those random kills.
I would be expecting a Divine Rapier on Ember Spirit. I think he should buy Battle Fury now. It's 65 minutes, so Battle Fury is literally of no use in this in the late game. He probably should.
But the thing is, if he sells his Lincolns and get a Divine instead, he could be cleaving a lot of damage.
He should be buying Battle Fury in the late game, not Lincoln.
You mean selling. So we are waiting for this Mel Strike from the Templar. I think she's waiting for.
Yes, she's waiting someone.
So then the heroes could get, but this Immortal on the Templar looks quite good too. The golden effect.
Yeah.
And we are.
Even Ember Spirit has Immortal Blades.
Okay, rich people. I'm jealous. So.
You have to
could.
earn it. You have to earn it.
No. While we are streaming, could also say that gifts are always welcome by me and Diabolic. If you can.
Even for me.
Yeah, that's what I said, Zach and Diabolic. So you can send them on Steam, we'd be more than happy. And
we're happy to receive gifts from you guys.
We would also send you a note of thanks. Probably play a game with you as well.
We should maybe we send some common and uncommon items in return.
Yeah.
For return gifts.
Only if you have doubles.
Yeah.
So, looking at stuns, Lina is going to farm. She doesn't really need much. I think they need to make those plays here. They have SG needs to go really aggressive on them because that's the only Q they have. If they go aggressive on them right now, if they get the jump on them, and I think spot reviewers have received a prize for witnessing a courier kill. We have crossed the 100 viewers mark, I think, because there's something. So guys, we are looking at a fight over there. That's a mega kill for the Lina, and there's a grave on the Templar. She's not getting hurt at all, and she's gonna make the best of it while it lasts. And look at the damage that results out. So double kill for the Templar assassin, and he's gonna fall. The Templar, but look at the grave that brought out. Beautiful grave by the Dazzle that made sure Templar before falling to
But
two
still,
people. That
no
were
damage had been dealt by Surekh Gaming on that Xcuse. I mean, they all have got full HP.
Probably they had that realization. Xcuse is in here, and it's a Lotus Orb. He's gonna fall. This game is pretty much over for her. She's a buyback from the Templar, but she's gonna regret it probably. While they're chasing the Dazzle, they shouldn't be doing it right now.
If and only if Gyrocopter gets his fucking BKB, they can survive this. Because see, Lina has been planting very nice stuns on him only, and they are all targeting on Gyrocopter in this gang. Even the Satanic didn't work so well by him.
Yeah, just Lightning was a bad pickup, no doubt. But what was a terrible pickup was that Skadi and a Butterfly is not a very good pickup against this kind of draft, if you ask me. Because these are the players that really come in like a Blizzard. A Blizzard, I think, is in their team. This Ember is a Blizzard. His name is Blizzard, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So they come in like a Blizzard, so like a very fast storm, and they take out the enemies and then just rush back. There's no point in making a Skadi. If you have heroes that are kind of a bristleback type heroes, you could make Skadi for them, preventing them from escaping. But these are the really volatile heroes. You don't want to make sure that they don't escape. You want to make sure that you kill them before they kill you, and that is not something the Gyrocopter can really accomplish at this moment because 68 minutes in the game is just 204 plus 66 damage. So you need a lot more than that.
So
In terms of
guys,
survivability, yes.
Yeah, so guys, this team is brought to you by BenQ, Gigabyte, Raid 4 and Dragon Ball. Keep tuning in the Rage Quit Cup channel to receive some nice drops from their products. So yes, back to the game, we can see that both the teams are in a very difficult situation. But yes, Bad Xcuse are a bit relaxed as compared to Surekh Gaming. Surekh Gaming has already used their buybacks in the previous gang. No one has having a buyback. Plus, but in the Bad Xcuse, Emperor Spirit, Bounty Hunter and Clockwork having buybacks. So yes, they are having a better map control as compared to Surekh. But yes, Surekh Gaming don't want to drag it too much. They know that their end wouldn't be imminent because Ember Spirit is definitely very fat and he just can buy.
Roshan over there, I think.
Yeah, he would definitely buy a Divine Rapier soon by selling his Lincolns or Battle Fury. That would be a complete.
Exactly, it could be good. I think Lincolns is something you want to sell. He doesn't really need to be afraid of any more point target spells. Like how much they could damage you anyway. If you are looking at Earth Spike or a Hex from Lion, Hex could be damaging from here first, but Earth Spike is going to be just fine. He can really tank that much of a damage. And with the Divine, if you're going to be initiating first, probably that's going to deal a lot of damage if you're coupling with the Cleave from the Battle Fury. That's 35% of your total damage. So very good, it can kill off enemies like Dazzle with the Cleave alone.
I think Lina is giving better damage as compared to Templar. And even Gyrocopter is going for Divine.
Yeah. Okay. So
He has
it
already
could
got
be,
Relic.
Okay, he's got a relic. Radiance is something that we never make. And Divine is the only option. So that's
So
look at the line is so low with that Ember Spirit attack.
and Calldown is not giving a
Trouble here and mercy, but look at the Gyro just melted by the Ember Spirit. And meanwhile, there's a BKB on the Templar, but she gets the beautiful grave, even though there's a Fiend's Grave on her. And now she's going to revert with those Melt Strike, but she's going to fall as well. And 3 people have been taken out. This GG has been called, and a sudden end to the advance of SG. And BX has officially won the first round for the lower bracket. In the commentary box with Zach and Diabolic, this game has probably ended here. 71 minutes into the game, 22-33 is the score, and BX Gaming takes this very surprising victory compared to the early game that they had. So it's a very good game for them.
Yes. Never mind, Surekh Gaming should not feel so despondent. They have still 2 games left, and the game who loses the best of 3 would be securing 4th position in this season of Rage Quit Cup. And it's GGWP for Surekh Gaming. Thank you guys for watching this match.
Okay, thank you guys.
Keep tuning to watch the 2nd and 3rd match too. We'll be having back-to-back matches today.
So we'll just take your leave here, and that's probably it for today, I think.